My name is Laura Ann Lewis and I have been a Mason County resident for 20 years. I want to tell you a little about myself and why I'm running for Mason County Commissioner. My family moved to Mason County when I was 10 years old and I went to Pioneer Grade School. My parents moved my brother and I to Washington to give us a better life away from the pollution and crime of a large city. I met my husband Paul while working at Dell's Farm Supply in 1999 and we married 2 years later. We are the proud parents of our 2 boys, Landon and Van. I worked for Edward Jones for 4 years, and after my oldest son Landon was born, I chose to become a stay-at-home mom. I've worked on call when needed, and I'm called in to help offices organize for smoother operation. As a stay-at-home mom, I was able to learn to decorate cakes, and have recently started a custom cake business in Shelton called Sugar Cakes. The current commissioners aren't listening, nor do they seem to care about the concerns the community has for our area. The more county meetings I have attended, the more I felt like it was time for me to do more than just get upset. For me, I felt the best way to make a difference was to go straight for the problem. If our commissioners aren't willing to do their research and come up with plausible solutions, then it's time we use the election process to find somebody who will. Have you seen the current Mason County economic plan? Our current plan is plain and simple and has been the same thing for years. And it is time we bring the color back into Mason County. With foresight and planning for the future, we can make changes to our county and bring a new way of thinking. All gimmicks aside, we have some very real problems I'd like to address. As a mother, I've been concerned about the toxins in our everyday household product. When I first learned of the high levels of toxins in everything from the BPA in our plastics, to the lauryl sulfates and parabens in our healthcare products, to the genetically modified food we eat, I started doing research to find alternatives so my children would take in fewer toxins on a day-to-day basis. That is why when I heard about the Adage incinerator they were planning on putting in Mason County, I went to the first meeting to hear the details. What I heard inspired me to get involved and take a stand. I am part of a group of concerned citizens that founded the Incinerator-Free Mason County, and am currently fighting the Adage plant. With research, I was able to see that it fit right into what I've been fighting for years in my home, chemical exposures. With a little more research, I was able to find alternative ways of energy such as solar, hydro, and wind power that would be a better fit for our environment. As Commissioner, I will have open public forums for citizens of Mason County to voice their concerns and share their thoughts on what would improve Mason County. I will also work with other departments to bring new life into our county. By bringing in new businesses to Mason County, we will bring in tax dollars and jobs for our local people. I have talked to many people who are concerned about the recycling program we have here in town. There are no longer conveniently located bins for people to take their recycling to, and businesses no longer have adequate recycling pickup, forcing them to choose between driving to a recycling area and throwing their waste in the garbage. This shows to me the current commissioners are doing a poor job of managing our county budget, and just one example of the bad cuts to services the commissioners have made. With a little foresight and planning for our future, we can ensure Mason County is a place we are proud to pass on to future generations. As Commissioner, I will work to find creative ways to combat the budget. For instance, the budget cuts for the Sheriff's Department are a very real problem. By encouraging the Neighborhood Watch program, we can bring safety and pride back to Mason County. More community involvement means more pride in our county. I am a big believer in the old saying, it takes a village to raise our children. There needs to be more activities for families. Right now the commissioners are working to close the skate park. The last thing this county needs is less activities. I'm also open to other people's ideas of what we would like to see in Mason County, like more focus on keeping our county healthy. Mason County is currently 37 out of 39 counties for health, and as your commissioner, I will focus on moving us the other direction towards number 1. Community involvement is key to making sure these kinds of changes succeed, and it's very important to me. I love teamwork and think when you put brains together, you can come up with ideas that will change the world.